Quick review. Should you see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in 3D? You need to see this movie on the big screen, and you should definitely see it in 3D. This is an animated movie with a unique art style. It looks like a stylized comic book. The depth perception was subtle in presentation, so visual elements did not look layered at all. The 3D was optimized to a degree that it made what I perceived to be a two-dimensional computer-aided drawing look like it had a realistic sense of depth. It was surprising how well this was pulled off. There is a scene where a character uses a flashlight from his camera. The ray of light looks like a strip of film full of colored halftone dots that moves through the darkness. This ray of light, when viewed in 3D, stays at a realistic distance from the user instead of continuing on toward the audience. This style choice of the light combined with the 3D optimization was applied so well that it did not take me out of the moment of the scene. From the start of the movie, the 3D immersion of settings are subtle, but as the movie progresses, the immersion increases. The movie starts with normal fall weather in the city of New York. Later, there are snow flurries that gradually increase. Scenes with characters being shot at, swinging through trees, and dodging traffic were accentuated by the 3D. Toward the end of the movie, where the action ramps up to the climax, you are immersed in a chaotic setting with many visual elements moving around. This movie has a very satisfying amount of engagement with the audience. These moments were not shoehorned, but were justified due to the situations of the characters and their interactions with other visual elements. The sequences of engaging moments happened quickly. They weren't drawn out. Some moments made me move in my seat. The main characters were never positioned in the foreground of the 3D stage. They were mainly positioned near the middle. As a result, close-up shots of characters' faces were not overbearing. There are many visual elements packed within each scene, but I did not feel visually overwhelmed. It has numerous fast action sequences and many quick cuts from one scene to the next. Surprisingly, I did not experience any eye strain nor any visual fatigue when the camera view pans from one side to another. There were no shaky camera shots, so I experienced no motion sickness. There was no strobing. I felt no disorientation. This was a very comfortable 3D viewing experience. At times, I wasn't sure if the 3D was off or if this was just the art style of the movie. I would see odd colors or lines on characters. These oddities would change in the same scene, so that's how I knew that it wasn't something wrong with the 3D, but it was actually a decision that the art directors made. However, there was one scene near the beginning where I saw a coffee shop sign that looked blurred. As the main characters moved down the street, the sign became legible. I was not sure that was something done by the art directors on purpose. Then there were times when visual elements looked out of focus. There might be some extras in the foreground or objects on the side of the screen that would appear out of focus, but when that happens, my eyes would gravitate toward the center of the screen, so my attention was on the main visuals. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a very good movie with an interesting plot. It does a good job of showing Miles Morales reacting and adjusting to his newfound abilities. The art style is amazing and should definitely be viewed on the big screen. I was surprised how well they made the 3D seem more natural for images that seem to be drawn two-dimensionally for a comic book format. If you go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it will be worth the extra money to experience it in 3D.